Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and continuing reviewing Heroes, and I just reviewed Season 2. Now it's on to Season 3. Cool, uh, cool box set with the light flashing on it. It's really cool. So this is the front, and here's the back, and opens like this. Here's the front. When you open it, here's the back, and here are the discs. They're in a kind of a reddish orange. Here's discs 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6. And open it right here. Take the discs out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in the back. Okay, and this is what it looks like when you take the discs out. Really cool, really awesome. And let me just get the discs back in. Just give me a second. Okay. And it has a pamphlet in here for Jay Leno's show, which was on during the 2008-2009 season, when he was on at 10 o'clock, when he wasn't on late night anymore. In the back you have the Heroes magazine, which some of you might have collected when they were releasing them. Now, season 3 of the show had 2 volumes. The first volume was Villains, and the second is called Fugitives. And the Villains volume was supposed to be in season 2, but they had to end it short because of the writer's strike, and so it was put into season 3. Now, the Villains volume was very disappointing in my opinion. I didn't hate it as much as other people did, but it does have a lot of problems, and it is a mess because there was so much going around and around with the plot. But basically what the Villains volume is about begins with the assassination attempt on Nathan by Peter from the future. And, it was Peter from the future, and then we see in another episode there's Claire that was from the future, like a future self of both of them. And there are several villains with abilities that escape from the company's prisons, and some of them join forces with the main villain in this, the big villain in this volume, which is Arthur Petrelli, played by Robert Forster. Great actor. The only film I remember him in was Like Mike, where he played the coach of the Knights. And his character, he steals other people's abilities, and when he steals them, he becomes really big with the powers. Like, he steals Peter's abilities, which I know pissed a lot of people off, and he also steals Hero's powers, and it makes Hero into a 10-year-old boy. And of course, he's the father of Nathan and Peter, and also the husband of Angela. And he's also the biological grandfather of Claire. And he takes, and once he takes an ability, he cannot return them. And it's just basically. Also, he has Maya's poison powers he takes also. But in my opinion, he was just here to collect a paycheck. It was very wasted. Arthur Petrelli, the character. But what's really funny is when Hero's powers is taken away. Like I said, he starts acting like a 10-year-old boy, and there was this one place where him and Andal go to, and they go to a bowling alley where the bowling alley serves Hero's favorite waffles, and he freezes the time. He freezes everything in the bowling alley, and I remember he goes, he squirts ketchup on like a chair where this guy is like getting up, and he causes all this funny stuff in the bowling alley, and the outcome of it is just really funny. Just really enjoyed that whole scene with them in the bowling alley. That was really funny. And also another thing with Hero is in the opening episode, he finds out that his father died because in season 2, his father was killed by Adam Monroe, and Hero finds this video message from his father that's delivered to his office, which Hero goes back to working at his father's industry in Japan, and he watches the video, and his father says, "Do not never open his safe." And Hero immediately opens the safe and finds another video that Hero finds one half of this molecule formula, which gets stolen by this speedster by the name of Daphne. And her power is enhanced speed, like she can move at speeds fast enough. And when Hero tries to use his ability, Daphne is right there, and so it's just really really fun character, Daphne. And also another storyline is the villains join forces with Arthur Petrelli and the Pinehurst Company, which they're trying to create a formula to give people more powers. And the other stories involve is Tracy Strauss discovering her origins, her other power origins. She has water, like she freezes, just made out of ice and all like that. And we all know that Nikki Saunders gets killed at the end of season 2, where the building explodes, so she's dead, and so it's just only Tracy now discovering her abilities, her origins. And then you have Siler trying to decide his loyalties, and like I said, Peter losing his abilities thanks to his father. Mohinder given himself an ability which makes him into Jeff Goldblum, like the Fly, and because he's trying to test it on Maya, and both Maya and Mohinder are at Mohinder's apartment, and you realize that powers are controlled by these glands, and Mohinder just trying to test the formula, and it goes out of control, and starts turning him into the Fly, though. But it's just really, really, I don't know why they had to give Mohinder powers, though. Didn't really need it. And so that's basically what the Villains volume is about. Also, I forgot to mention one character that came in season 2. Her name is Elle Bishop, played by Kirsten Bell. She's a company agent, and her ability is electricity. And all of you know her from Veronica Mars, and she's married to Dax Shepard. And I really enjoy her character. And in this season, she ends up getting killed by Siler. But so it's pretty sad, but really enjoyed her character. And now the second part, the second volume, Fugitives, involves what happens after Nathan fails to produce the formula, like he was trying to produce the formula, and the destruction of Primatech and Pinehurst, and Nathan ends up Nathan ends up telling the president about these people with these powers, and he runs a government force headed by this guy named Danko to round up all these people with these powers, because they think that they're a threat to the society and to the world. So Nathan, ends up becoming like a little villain, and he's there with Noah Bennett. And so Micah, he poses as rebel, and he starts to help people with these powers hide from the government, which is really good. And Sylar, meanwhile, also in this volume, Sylar ends up searching for his father, who is played by John Glover, who played Lionel Luthor in Smallville. And in the season finale episode of Fugitives, Sylar actually kills Nathan, and Mac Parkman is instructed to alter Sylar's mind so that Sylar believes that he is Nathan. And pretty much that's basically what the Fugitives volume is basically about. It's just just going around and around. It's just difficult to explain because the Williams volume is all over the place, and it's just, and then in the season finale it ends bad for Hero, because in the next season we find out that he has a brain tumor. Like, he's starting to use his powers in the finale episode, and he ends up bleeding from his nose and from his ears. So it's pretty sad for Hero. But also, I think in this season, Andal gets an ability, which is sort of a energy kind of power, which is really cool. At least him and Hero could could end up saving stuff that's going down. That's really cool. So, but season 3 of Heroes, it's the villains volume. Like I said, villains volume is very disappointed, but didn't hate it as much as other people did. But after you watch the villains volume, the Fugitives volume is a whole lot better. You will enjoy it. But it's, like I said, Fugitives volume is definitely a hell of a lot better than the villains one. So, but check it out. It's like I said, it's worth the watch. But like I said, villains volume disappointing. Fugitives volume is better than the villains one. But I'll just check it out if you haven't seen it. It has 25 episodes in this season 3. And the special features for this season are the superpowers of heroes, deleted scenes, completing the scene, genetics of a scene, the writer's forum, alternate stories, Pinehurst commercial, the prop box, the Tim Sale gallery of screen art, and of course the commentaries with the cast and crew. And yeah, so like I said, Heroes season 3, Villains volume disappointing, Fugitives better. So, but yeah, so check it out. It's worth the watch, though. But anyways, that's it for my review of season 3 of Heroes. Thank you all for watching, and until the next video, which will be the final season of the original Heroes series, which will be season 4. So until that video, I'll see you all later.